So Jennifer has a really resistant 7-year-old, is a little bit younger. So I know we're talking a lot about the teen talk, but when you think of the resistance from the 7-year-old, you still can think of it in the same way. The thing is that they're a little bit less skilled, so they don't always know why they're upset. I mean, teenagers don't always know why they're upset either, but a 7-year-old needs you to stay much closer than, say, a teenager. And if we've had an argument or a disconnection or a conflict, we can say to that teenager, let's come back in an hour and talk again about it, if it's not something that needs to be done right away. With a 7-year-old, it's not that you can't come back in an hour, but you want to kind of stay close until they're through the regulation, right? You don't want to just let them, because sometimes we'll just we'll kind of walk away. And then when they're feeling better, they'll come up to us and then we'll reconnect. But with young children, you want to stay close and check in on them, make sure that they're moving through, and not necessarily like the resistance, dysregulation. So what is the first step we always go to is not that behavior. You can't slam that door, don't throw your toys, that kind of thing. They already know that, right? You're throwing your toys, that's not okay, I'm going to help. Same limit, but the safety that's created for the child is completely different. We can't throw toys, it's not safe, I'm going to help. Is the same limit, then don't you dare throw your toys. But one induces fear and the other one adds to the calm. So it doesn't mean that the child will calm down immediately. It just means that we're not adding fuel to the fire. And every time we do that repetition, their window of tolerance for stressful things, for transitions, for the no that they don't like to hear, that will grow. That's what I was saying about the teenagers. Like when the resistance, just notice, if a child really shuts down and they are not ready to talk about something, or they're struggling and you guys are trying to, problem solve, but you see that they are, their arms are crossed, their body language is saying, no, I'm not open yet, then wait. You're safe. We can talk about this. Let's wait until you feel ready. I'm not going anywhere. A lot of the times we abandon teenagers. I won't talk to you until you can talk to me respectfully. Now, a 7-year-old is going to need to come to you a lot sooner than a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old or even a 13-year-old. So sometimes we leave it on the child to kind of come back and resolve the conflict and be vulnerable, and we expect apologies and things. And if we can go ahead and be the bigger person because we have more skills and ability than a 13-year-old or a 7-year-old, that's where we're going to see the growth. That's where we're going to see the growth potential. But it really does take a while. It's not something that just like happens automatically, right? It's not overnight in that way. Totally get that. My husband seems to feel more confronted by him than I do. Yes, I know. So sometimes when we have one parent that's trying to, be less punitive or be more conscious and less harsh, because we all are harsh with our kids sometimes, at least I have been. So no judgment, no shame, no blame. It's that harshness that we feel is coming from our own inability to regulate. So the one thing that we can do to help our partners in that situation is to come in and acknowledge and validate what they're feeling. I know you feel really disrespected by him, or I know that it's frustrating when the house is a mess. Let me help. Why don't I help? Why don't you go take a break? Right. And we give that partner, and you guys can work on that together. Like, I know that sometimes we both get frustrated. If I'm feeling more regulated, how about if I come in and you have like a word that you use that, the other partner knows that they can just step away and regulate, like that they're out of there. When we work together, if we're co-parenting, if we're in that relationship where we're parenting with someone else, we can work together on that. Then we don't all each feel like we're always like the one person who has more ability to be compassionate and see the child as developmentally immature and having a hard time. We don't want to put it all on that person to always have to come in and support the child. But if you can support your partner in that same way, you can start to also grow their tolerance so that they can have more compassion and room